This week on 49ers Cal High Sports Report, it's a playoff show with action from football and volleyball. We'll have the rematch between Valley Christian and Serra. San Leandro at Liberty, and the only game in the world where the prize is a big bone.
Volleyball features NorCal title games, including the Mini Monarchs going for another NorCal title, and the East Bay athletes spending their Thanksgiving helping the less fortunate in their community. It's all next on 49ers Cal High Sports Report.
Welcome to 49ers Cal High Sports Report. I'm Robert Braunstein.
And I'm Aubrey Tolliver. We start tonight with CCS playoff action as the Valley Christian Warriors look for some revenge as they meet the Serra Padres. Valley Christian losing to the Padres in the regular season, handing them their only league loss.
The Padres rolled through West Catholic League play without a loss and were looking to keep their hopes for a section title alive as they host Valley Christian on Saturday afternoon. The Valley Christian cheerleaders making the trip to San Mateo as their Warriors meet Serra. The Padres dominating the early going. Luke Batari play action pass to Patrick Nunn, who makes the catch in midfield, then stumbles forward, breaking tackles all the way to the 4-yard line. Padres score a short time later, 7-0. Then early second quarter, Serra driving again. Isaiah Kendrick weaving through the defense. He's in. Serra with a 14-0 lead. The Serra D, great all season long, and again in this game as Caleb Tuamavave comes in to bury the quarterback. Still second quarter. A big play here for Valley Christian as Juan Turner heaves it deep for Alton Julian, and AJ hauls it in, a 50-yard play. Then backup quarterback Corey Taylor comes in and does a nice job as he finds Julian for the score, and it's a 7-point game. But the Padres score on their next possession. The big play, this David Coker, 29-yard scamper. The Padres punch it in a short time later, 21-7 Serra. But with just 3 seconds left before the half, it's Taylor deep to Julian. Time is run out, so he has to get into the end zone. AJ breaking tackles, then racing in an 81-yard play, and it's 21-14 Serra at the half. Great play by Julian. But the Padres with an impressive drive to start the second half. Edmund Laulau, 13 yards, one of his 2 touchdowns in the game. Then Valley Christian driving, but the pass is picked at the goal line by Nate Sanchez, a leaping interception. Terrific play there, and Serra goes on to win it. The Padres to meet the winner of St. Francis and Aragon. Highlights of that game later on in the show. The captain's meeting at midfield as Harker takes on Hercules Saturday night. The Eagles looking to start on a high note, but the pass is picked off by Christian Posey to set up the Hercules Titans in good field position. Hercules takes advantage of the turnover. Felix Reyes connects with Amani Johnson on the screen pass, and the Novato-Reno bound senior is gone. 57 yards to the house. This guy is the real deal. The Titans up 7-0. Second quarter now, and the Titans were looking for more after a safety. It's a halfback pass. Chris Miles heaves one deep for Johnson, who makes the grab to move the chains. Hercules scores a couple of plays later, 16-0. Hercules again with the ball. Reyes throws a prayer for Johnson, who makes the catch. He catches everything, and he's going to stay on his feet for a while for some extra yards there, and that sets it up for Reyes, who connects with Johnson again for the score as the Hercules Titans take a 23-0 lead at the half. Harker now on the comeback trail in the second half. Nate Kelly scrambling and finding Floyd Gordon for the Harker Eagles touchdown. But this game belonged to the Titans. Jimmy Parker comes up with the interception late in the game, and he's going to turn on the Jets all the way for 6. Hercules wins it 30-14 to advance to the NCS D4 final, where they will meet Fortuna next week. Big crowded presentation for this NorCal Division IV final game against Carondelet. Prez in charge early. Carissa Fernandez to Serena Zanato to KT LeBaron for the kill. The sets were tight all match long. Here's the Cougars' Helena Perez to setter Angela Addis. A tight set to Julia Haggerty. Prez begins to pull away. Peyton O'Hara to Zanato with a deep set to Jenna Sandahl, who crushes that one. The Panthers take the first. It's Zanato here to Haley Hurst with a nice bump set over to Jenna Gomes, who slices at hard line. The Panthers lead 1-0. Second set now, and watch the Panthers hitting the hardwood. Hurst a diving dig over to Zanato to O'Hara, and that's just good determination there. Still in the second, Gomes to Zanato, who quick sets a flying Abby Montgomery, and that's not coming back. Now Montgomery to Zanato over to Sydney Bone, who had a fine match for the Panthers as Prez takes the second. Carondelet out to an early lead in the third as Ava Merton gets the block and the appreciation of her team. The Cougars go up by 4 late as Perez gets it to Addis, back to Perez for the kill. but Presentation ties it late and then takes the match as Zanotto feeds LeBaron. And the Presentation Panthers win the D4 NorCal title. Prez heading to state next week for a chance at a state title. Bone, Gomes, and LeBaron leading the way.
It's the Carlmont Scots hosting Sacred Heart Prep in the D2 NorCal Finals. Gators with a quick lead in the first, a big reason being their stellar defense. Alexa Bartlett put up a wall and the Gators take the 10-4 lead. Gators on the attack. Celia Charlton bumps it to Haley Martella, who sets it to Elena Radiff. SHP takes the set 25-16. Carlmont grabs another lead in the second as Jules Tan gives it to Sophie Shrivastava. She dumps it over the net. Nice trick play there. But the Gators get in a rhythm. Eliza Foley bumps it to Martella, and she sets it to Regan Smith and slams it in for the kill. SHP takes the second set by 5. Carlmont took the momentum in the third. SHP tries to get the kill on the overpass, but the Scots' Maya McClellan is too fast. Carlmont takes the third. Scots light a fire in the fourth. Here's Maya to Shrivastava to Alicia Mitha, who rips it home. Scots take the 25-18, forcing a fifth set. And what an exciting set it was. Gators match point, but Carlmont ties it up as Morgan McClellan passes to Shrivastava. She sets it to Maya for the kill. SHP gets another match point. Regan finds Martella. She sets it across the court, ending this game to none other than Kate Dessler. The Gators are crowned D2 NorCal champs. What a huge win for Dessler, leading the way with 24 kills.
Each week, the Reicha Center presents the Player of the Week award.
The announcement made in a rap produced by the hip hop department at the Reicha Center. Here are this week's Players of the Week.
Reicha Center. Risk. Shout out Quinn Brennan from the NCS. Splashing his opponents, man, without leaving a mess. Quarterbacks for the Dragons, yeah, the man is blessed. With the skills to dominate the opposition stress. Nonetheless, this is the way that he's done. Bishop O'Dowd's got an arm that is a gun. It is school, but he's in fun for the ones that get his sprung. Moment of silence for the ones who are the sum, huh? Megan Lewis is an outside hitter, spraying everybody like a drive-by spitter. 19 kills, that's a whole set of points. No surprise, still one of the best in this joint, huh? Now she headed to the finals, spinning her opponents in place like they made of vinyl. Going for the ring, eyes are on the title. The foot is blood red, but it's not because of wine though. These are your Players of the Week.
Stanford Healthcare brings us great information on sports-related injuries every week.
Here's a 49ers head team physician, Dr. Tim McAdams, with this week's tip.
ACL tears are a major injury, with only 3/4 of these athletes regaining full performance after surgery. So ACL tear prevention is really important. Girls are 3 to 4 more times likely to get ACL tears than boys. The reasons are often anatomical or hormonal, but they can also be neuromuscular, and this we can prevent. Early ACL prevention programs in the 90s showed promise, but required special equipment and took too long. The PEP program stands for Prevent Injury and Enhanced Performance Program. The beauty of this program is its simplicity and brevity, so it is better accepted by coaches and players as part of a pre-practice warm-up. It involves warm-up short jogs, stretches, strengthening, plyometrics, and agility runs. The goal is to optimize the function from the hip to the ankle to decrease the forces on the ACL.
The Foster Farms Bowl is coming up December 27th here at Levi's Stadium. Teams from the Pac-12 and Big Ten will be featured. Here's your chance to go to the game. The first person to answer this trivia question on Twitter will receive 4 free tickets to the game. The question is, who is the NFL wide receiver from Palo Alto High School who has 50 catches right now for his NFL team?
The answer to last week's question, Austin Hooper is a former De La Salle tight end who had a touchdown in last year's Super Bowl for the Atlanta Falcons.
Coming up, the Block Construction CCS Blockbuster game with the NCS playoff battle between Windsor and Campo Lindo.
And a CCS playoff game as Leland meets Santa Clara next.
At Stanford Healthcare, we can now repair complex aortic aneurysms without invasive surgery. If we can do that, imagine what we can do for varicose veins. And if we can precisely treat eye cancer with minimal damage to the rest of the eye, imagine what we can do for glaucoma, even cataracts. If we can use DNA to diagnose the rarest of diseases, imagine what we can do for the conditions that affect us all. Imagine what we can do for you.
As the college football season concludes in the Bay, the action heats up. The Foster Farms Bowl kicks off the final college football game in the Bay Area. Be there as the Pac-12 squares off against the Big Ten at Levi Stadium. Get your tickets at fosterfarmsbowl.com to be a part of the Bay Area's bowl.
The Rikes Center is well known as an elite athletic training facility, but you might not be aware of all the ways the center touches the lives of our community. In addition to athletic fitness, nature awareness, and creative arts, the Rikes Center offers a diverse community service program allowing students to gain leadership and life skills, learning the responsibilities of a real work environment, from working with young children to helping veterans with archery. The community service program will teach students the demands of a professional environment while fulfilling their high school's community service requirements. We are back at Levi Stadium with our block construction blockbuster game. The Campo Lindo Cougars are perennial playoff stars, winning section titles the past 3 seasons in a row.
The Cougars facing a Windsor team finishing just 4th in their league, but have won 3 straight heading into the Division II semifinal game. It's our block construction NCS blockbuster game. Our Chiara Biagini was there.
Blockbuster game. Yeah.
Another big playoff game tonight here in Moraga as the 5th-seeded Windsor Jaguars try to topple the top-seeded Campo Lindo Cougars. The Cougars finishing 3rd in the always competitive Diablo Foothill League. Campo features one of the best QBs in the Bay Area, senior John Torchio. He's thrown for about 2,500 yards, completing 63% of his passes. He can also run the ball and is a huge contributor on defense. For the Jaguars, look for sophomore QB Nick Periani, who's thrown for over 1,500 yards with 16 touchdowns, a very young, talented player. It's Windsor and Campo Lindo in the NCS D2 semifinals for our block construction blockbuster game. Campo came out on a mission. First quarter, QB John Torchio connects with Vincent Mazzotti for a nice gain and first down. Later that drive, Torchio hands it to Kyle Luteneker. He pushes forward for the touchdown. Campo on the board. The Cougars get the ball back after a Grant Larson interception. Torchio steps back and throws a bullet into the hands of Mazzotti, bringing it to the 10-yard line. Next, Torchio throws a pass into the end zone. Staying in bounds, making the spectacular catch is Parker Windat. Just 5 minutes in, Campo leads by 14. Cougars force a fumble on the kickoff return and pick up the ball in Jaguar territory. Torchio finds Mazzotti, bringing it to the 5-yard line. Second quarter, Torchio finishes the drive off with a nice run up the middle. It's 21-0 Cougars. Windsor are trying to catch up, but Campo playing stellar defense. Torchio making the great catch for an interception and getting great field position. The Cougars take advantage of the turnover. Torchio throws a beautiful pass to Shun Ishida, and he brings it home for the 28-0 lead. 4 minutes left in the first half. Cougars spending a lot of time on offense. Here's Torchio throwing an absolute perfect pass to Windat, who runs it to the house. Cougars head into the locker room with a 35-point lead. Second half now, more Campo offense as QB Grant Harper now in. He tosses it into the end zone, and making the diving catch is Lucas Allen. Jaguars show life in the fourth. Jorgen Sharganis gets the interception. That will lead to a Nick Periani touchdown, but not enough as Campo wins it 45-14, advancing them to the NCS D2 title game. Windat talks to us after the game.
Passing game was open the whole time. We knew it was going to be open. John came over. We have receiver meetings, and he was just saying, you know, we're going to be throwing on these guys all night, and it worked out. This team's really special because we all know each other. We've grown up with each other, and we got a nice bond.
In Moraga with our blockbuster game, I'm Chiara Biagini, 49ers Cal High Sports Report.
The Leland cheerleaders entertaining the home crowd as the Chargers meet Santa Clara in the D4 semifinals. Santa Clara looking good early with their starting quarterback Chris Brown out. Eric Keaton getting a lot of work, including this 40-yard TD run. Bruins up 6-0. First offensive play for Leland, handed to Kyle Anderson, and watch him run. A huge hole for Kyle and just pure speed after that. 56-yard, and Leland takes a 7-6 lead. The Bruins answer right back, this time handed off to Keaton, who powers his way in. 13-7, Bruins still in the first. The Leland defense stepping up big time here as the runner is stood up in the pile. No whistle as Max McCash strips it free, then picks it up, and McCash races into the end zone, and Leland has a 17-7 14-13 lead. 71 is Mikey Villette looking for someone to block. Block somebody, Mikey. It doesn't matter. Anderson breaks free, and Anderson goes 55 yards, strutting into the end zone, and the Chargers are on their way. A big game on defense for Brett Mason, the senior, here with the first of his 2 interceptions in the game and a nice return for Mason. The Chargers have one of the very best sophomore quarterbacks in the Bay Area. This is Carson Yates showing his speed with the first of his 2 running touchdowns in the game, 24-14 Leland in the second. Then just before the half, look at Anderson slip through the line, break 2 tackles in the secondary, and then look at the move at the 40-yard line. Whoop! And it's an 81-yard sparkling touchdown run for Kyle Anderson as the Chargers go on to win it. Anderson with a huge game for Leland, advancing to the Division IV title game next week. Serino Group and the 49ers bring us the Coach of the Week award every week. This week's Coach of the Week is Harker head coach Mike Tirabassi.
The Eagles remain undefeated on the season after an NCS opening round win at home last Friday, the best season record in school history.
Coming up, NCS Division I playoff action with San Leandro and Liberty.
And the athletes taking time out of their busy schedule to bring Thanksgiving joy to those less fortunate. It's our Spirit of Achievement feature next. But first, here's this week's sports tip from one of the sports featured at the Silver Creek Sportsplex.
Hi, I'm Coach Jack with this week's Silver Creek Sportsplex tip. Today we're going to be talking about stick handling. From a stable position, you want to be moving the puck back and forth like so, using both your hands and rotating your wrists so that you can keep the puck inside your stick. This is used to take the puck away from other players and to move up the rink while protecting the puck.
Head over to the Silver Creek Sportsplex in South San Jose for the excitement and fun of day camps for kids ages 7 to 12. Enjoy our state-of-the-art air-conditioned facility where your superstar will receive the best training in a variety of sports in the morning. They'll experience flag football and soccer on the Bay Area's best indoor fields. They'll learn roller hockey, baseball, softball, and more. Afternoons are filled with a variety of fun activities. Sign up now for our Veterans Day and Christmas camps. Build skills, make friends, and have fun. For almost 50 years, Block Construction has been enhancing the Greater Bay Area and Central Coast, transforming the Northern California landscape, building corporate offices, schools, health and wellness centers, research labs, historic and non-profit buildings, using innovative and sustainable techniques, delivering safety and quality, creating trusting lifelong partnerships. Block Construction, building futures since 1970. In 2006, a small group of dedicated, experienced real estate top producers broke from the tradition of large-scale real estate mega companies. Our goal was to form an upscale boutique agency with an unprecedented knowledge of the local market and community. We are the best and the brightest top producing agents in Silicon Valley, agreeing to collaborate to leverage our talents and ensure the success of every opportunity for our clients. And we give back with $500,000 a year, annually going out to 24 different organizations. Serino Group, here for good.
Hi, I'm Kathleen Pazine in Palo Alto, and I'm a proud supporter of Bay Area high school sports.
Hi, my name's Ed Graziani from Los Altos. I'm proud to support high school athletics on the 49er Cal High Sports Report.
We're the Berkeley High cheer team, and you're watching the 49ers Cal High Sports Report.
Back at Levi Stadium and the NBC Sports Studio with the top-seeded Liberty Lions entering the semifinal game with a very impressive 9-2 record, with wideout Zane Hinojosa having a great season with nearly 900 yards receiving.
The Lions facing a very strong San Leandro team with talented senior Jermaine Jackson, who has combined for over 1,100 yards receiving and rushing. Two teams trying to punch their ticket to the title game playing Friday night.
It's the Liberty 12th man showing their support in this semifinal matchup. Into the 6-minute mark of the first, Brennan Dreyer will tip the pass, but in comes Amari Robinson, who's going to snatch that one out of the air for the interception, but that would end in a stop. Fast forward into the second quarter, Quiem Islam will fake the handoff, and he fools the defense and strolls into the end zone for the first TD of the game. But the Lions will answer right back. Jay Butterfield steps back and tosses this one to one of the best receivers in the Bay Area, Zane Hinojosa. That's a reason why he'll take a beating, but he still gets to his feet and finds the end zone for the 7-6 lead. Very next play on the kickoff, Devin McKinney will pitch this one to Jermaine Jackson. He'll follow his lead blockers and find a hole, and he is gone. 85 yards for the Pirate touchdown, and they now lead 12-7. Counting down the final seconds of the half, the Lions will sneak in another score. Butterfield swings this one to Hinojosa again. He'll cross the goal line and pull ahead 14-12 at the half. Fast forward to the 8-minute mark of the third. The Lions will march down the field and hand this one to Tyrell Sturgis-Coffer. That's good for 6. Liberty will then get the ball back, and Sturgis-Coffer again on the pitch. He'll juke out a few defenders and take this one in for his second rushing touchdown. Into the final moments of the game, the Lions' own Trevor Tyson bulldozes his way across the goal line. And that's all she wrote. The Liberty Lions punched their ticket to next week's NCS Championship.
Each week, we bring you stories of athletes who have overcome adversity in their lives to succeed in school and in sports.
Aubrey, this week dozens of high school athletes gathered together to help people in their community who are less fortunate than themselves. It was a day to give thanks while bringing Thanksgiving to others. For most of us, the night before Thanksgiving is spent relaxing with our families, getting ready for a day of watching football and eating till we burst. But for these teenagers and their parents, this night before Thanksgiving was spent working hard, putting together simple meals so people less fortunate in Antioch can know there are souls out there who care.
Well, I think it's really important when you're down on your luck to know that people care. I mean, I've been on the streets and I've been ignored, and so I feel like this is really important to let them know that people are thinking about them and people care about them and people are praying for them. So, and I want all these kids to learn that.
See, me coming from a little single-parent household, it's good to give back because I've felt like what it's like to receive stuff from other people, and it feels good, and it also feels good to give back to others that don't have as much as we do.
This was all started by Marcus Malou, who owns the fitness center, but uses Thanksgiving and Christmas as days to pause from working out to take time to give back.
We got a lot of kids that are involved right now from high school. We got a lot of the kids from the BVAL. We got a few kids, as you know, one of your own from St. Francis, Momo, Clayton Valley, Antioch, Liberty, Pittsburgh, De La.
So here they are, dozens of athletes packing 100 bags of Thanksgiving joy.
It's important to come back to your community, always give back. Like, people that don't give back, like, they're not the real people. When you're real, you always come back, help your family, help your community, and give out to those that are less fortunate than others.
The athletes are joined by parents, other children, and even a local motorcycle club. After the bags are full, they all travel to a local neighborhood where the athletes knock on doors to help unknown people in darkened doorways on the night before Thanksgiving.
What does it mean to you to have these guys handing out this food day before Thanksgiving for you?
Gives you hope in humanity. That's all, gives you hope.
Many of the people helping have felt the pain of being homeless, of not being able to afford dinner for your family on Thanksgiving.
Personally, like when I receive things, I'm like, oh my gosh, it's awesome. Like just seeing the joy in other people during the holidays is amazing, and being able to give to those that don't have as much as we do is just an amazing feeling to do that for others and not just think about ourselves in the hallways, but also think about others.
I've been there. I've been there when you're, down and out in your luck. I've been there, when you didn't have nothing. And sometimes it's just the normal people in difficult situations, that's all.
So on this night before Thanksgiving, high school athletes take a break from training for themselves to help people they've never met, but who they know will appreciate this simple act of kindness. Many of the athletes helping out are football players in the games we're highlighting this week. The gift of giving is not always easy or convenient, but that's certainly when it does mean the most.
Thanks, Robert. One Hit Away brings us concussion prevention tips every week.
Here's Darren Sidibaka with this week's tip.
3.8 million. That is the number of concussions that are reported per year in the United States from sports and recreational activities. There's another estimated of 50% that go unreported from that. Over 50% of high school athletes have sustained a concussion prior to high school, and over 35% of collegiate athletes have a history of multiple concussions. Research shows that the top sports in high school for incurring a concussion are, with men, football, lacrosse, and wrestling. Women, lacrosse, soccer, and basketball. Did you know that 90% of concussions show no loss of consciousness? If you do not feel right, let your supporting cast know. One Hit Away understands your brain can change your game.
Coming up, it's the South County Chrysler Game of the Week. It's the Big Bone Game with Lincoln and San Jose.
And Menlo Atherton takes on Milpitas on 49ers Cal High Sports Report.
Black Friday has begun. We've got vehicles up to 35% off the MSRP at South County Chrysler. We are the #1 volume Pacifica hybrids dealer in the whole state. Looking for the best price and selection? We've got over 900 vehicles available. Go green and save green. It's Black Friday right now. We're spinning wheels and making all the deals at South County Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Fiat, and Gilroy. Drive a little, save a lot.
The San Francisco 49ers are committed to helping kids live a healthy, active lifestyle.
You're plenty fast enough. You're plenty fast. Exchange, exchange. Good. Go, 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 go.
Check out 49ers.com/YF to see how you can get involved.
49ers Cal High Sports Report is brought to you by these fine companies who care about high school sports. By Block Construction, together building greatness. By the Silver Creek Sportsplex, the Bay Area's premier sports and fitness destination. The Rikers Center, where goals and dreams become a reality. And by DGDG.com, where we want you to be a happy car buyer.
This season, South County Chrysler Jeep Ram Dodge brings us the Game of the Week. You vote online, and the game with the most votes gets to be Game of the Week. That means a reporter on scene, team interviews, tickets to the Foster Farms Bowl, and Game of the Week t-shirts.
That's a lot of stuff.
I know.
Very big deal. This week's South County Chrysler Game of the Week is the Big Bone Game. This traditional Thanksgiving contest started in 1942 with Lincoln winning the last 19 games in a row. Could San Jose break the streak? Here's action from the game played Thanksgiving Day. The Lincoln Marching Band getting the crowd all fired up for the 75th annual Big Bone Game. The Lions already threatening in the first drive. Gavin Kalama Florence with a quarterback keeper, and he scampers for a nice gain there. That sets up Gabe Flores, who plunges in for 6 PAT good, and it's 7-0 Lions. Now 14-0 Lincoln, and Kalama Florence was looking for more. He takes it himself, gets a great block from Hao Fan, and dives in for the touchdown, 21-0 Lions. San Jose looking to get started on offense, but right there for the tackle after the catch is Jonathan Willman, as Lincoln has a 21-point lead after one. Second quarter now, and here come the Lions again. Give it to Adam Arenas, and he sprints past everyone for the score. He's a sophomore. Lincoln looking for more before halftime, and it's Kalama Florence making it happen on the ground again for a first down. The Lions score a few plays later to take a 35-0 lead at the half. The Bulldogs get on the board in the second half. Keelan Harris on the keeper. He sprints down the far sideline, diving in for the Bulldog touchdown. But this one belongs to the Lions. Hand it to Victor Reyes, and Victor is going to run in for another Lincoln Lions score as Lincoln wins it 49-14 to keep the bone for the 20th straight year. Kalama Florence doing a great job for the Lions as we talk with the Lincoln team after the game. And as they say at Lincoln High School, the bone stays home. Here they are, the Lincoln Lions. Congratulations. Right here with me, Gavin, quarterback on this team. Great game. Gavin is our MVP of the game. Congratulations on that. Gavin, talk about this game and what this victory every year means to you guys.
Well, this is a traditional game, and I'm excited. I'm just glad to play with my teammates. I want to give a shout out to my family over there for always being there for me through thick and thin. And I just love these guys, and the bone stays home.
It does, and as a senior, you've won this game many times. What does it feel like to be able to win this every year?
It feels great. It feels just same as usual. We haven't lost in 20 years, so I'm glad to keep the streak going.
Austin Nedved here. Austin, talk about the tradition of this. You guys are here every Thanksgiving. The families are here. Your friends are here. Alumni here. What's that all about?
So it really just brings us all together as a whole. We all love playing this game. There's been many, many, many generations of people coming down, family from everywhere. We all have family in the stands, and it's just like a huge get-together for everyone. And even like the parents get into it sometimes. It's a huge deal for us down here.
All right, very good. And another tradition at this school is Kevin Collins, head coach for 25 years. What's it been like to play for such a great coach for so many years?
It's been a great experience. I love that guy. He brought me up as a sophomore, and I just can't repay him any much.
Is it going to be bittersweet for you now? Senior year, you won't be able to play in this game. Will you come back on Thanksgiving?
Hell yeah, every day.
All right, very good. Thanks, Matt. Lincoln Lions, winners of the Big Bone once again this year. Congratulations, guys.
It's a rematch of last year's CCS D1 final as Milpitas takes on Menlo Atherton. The Trojan defense came to play early. The pass is deflected, and it's picked off by Tuni Falatau Fafita, and Tuni gets the wheels going 46 yards to the house, and no one's going to catch him as Milpitas takes a 7-0 lead after one. Back come the Bears into second quarter. Miles Conrad looks and finds Spencer Corona, who shoves off a tackle and dives into the end zone for a touchdown to knot it up at 7. Milpitas gets the offense started in the third. Tyree Bracey connects with Fafita, and he runs for some extra yards to move the chains. That sets it up for Tyree, who scrambles and throws it to his brother, Tariq Bracey, who walks it in for the score. It's 14-7 Trojans. MA looking to answer, but Mr. Explosive Tariq Bracey comes up with a pick, and he is gone 25 yards to the house to extend the Milpitas lead to 14. The Bears on the attack again, but Noah Rodriguez comes in with the interception as the Trojans have the 21-7 lead after 3. A safety and a field goal gives Milpitas a 26-7 lead in the fourth, but here come the Bears. Conrad fires one to Khalifi Le'eatoa, and the senior cuts the Milpitas lead to 13. The Bears continue the comeback trail as Conrad finds Corona for the TD, but not enough as Milpitas wins it 33-20 to advance to the D1 finals. Will they meet Salinas next week?
Once again this season, Lexus of Stevens Creek is honoring athletes who do great volunteer work in their community.
This week's Lexus of Stevens Creek Volunteer Award goes to Stray Vasavada from Mission San Jose High School. When Stray isn't running cross country, he's volunteering at Chadbourne Elementary School. Stray started the Eco Club in 7th grade and teaches kids why it is very important to take care of the environment. He also helps develop leadership skills and qualities. Stray talks about why he loves to volunteer.
Our world currently has a lot of issues, not just in far-fetched areas of the world, but even locally, that need to be fixed. I used to volunteer a lot, and I still do volunteer a lot, helping sort like compost, recycling, and trash. And I saw a lot of issues that people didn't know about the environment and what is happening to it around the world. So I thought that we needed to have some form of environmental education for kids, and that's why I started this club. And I think it's really important that kids and eventually adults learn about what's happening around the world, and we can make an impact.
Coming up, Marin Catholic takes on Bishop O'Dowd in the NCS Division III bracket.
And the Mini Monarchs looking for their 6th straight NorCal title. Those highlights next. Back at Levi Stadium in the NBC Sports Studio, where the Bishop O'Dowd Dragons head into the NCS Division III playoffs, having a great season with their quarterback Quinn Brennan throwing for nearly 1,800 yards this season.
How does that happen with Napoleon Kaufman as their head coach?
I know, he was a running back.
He was a running back. Of course, what's he doing throwing the ball? The Dragons taking on a Marin Catholic team with a perfect 10-0 record, champs of the Marin County League. The winner goes to the finals, the loser goes home. In the game played Saturday afternoon.
BOD Marin Catholic winner plays Cardinal Newman for the D3 championship. Kicking things off in the second quarter, MC up by a TD. Our player of the week, Quinn Brennan, gets a snap. He runs to the far side, doesn't see an open man, then looks back to the near side, and there with a jump ball is Isaiah Petre. The PAT from Ryan Anderson is good. BOD goes up 7-6. Just seconds left in the half. Brennan from the Dragons' 43-yard line lobs it up. And there on the receiving end is Oregon commit Javon Holland, a 57-yard pass. The Dragons go into the third with a 13-6 lead. But Marin Catholic is averaging over 50 points a game. Spencer Petrus with a short pass to Anthony Marino. He's going to run a while. He moves the Wildcats up about 25. That would lead to a TD. We're tied at 13 going into the final quarter. Not even a minute into the fourth, Brennan with the handoff to Austin Jones. He stiff arms a guy, and the Dragons go up 20-13. 5 minutes later, Wildcats on the prowl. Petrus throws a long one in there with the catch is Peter Brown. He had an awesome game on defense as well. 2 plays later, MC sticking with Petra's arm. It's high, it's deep, and it's a touchdown. That's Gavin Cook fighting with the safety for possession. He's got it. The PAT is no good, though, and the Dragons still have the 20-19 lead. Less than a minute left in the game. The Wildcats put an end to it. Petras to Cook, 25-20. The Wildcats pull off the nail-biter to advance to the NC D2 championship. Petras, one heck of a game. Now it's Marin Catholic taking on Midi for the NorCal title. The Wildcats off to a commanding start in set 1. Leah Pease with a set to Riley Ramsey. That hit the line. Cats go up 10-5. But now we're tied at 20. A Wildcat goes for the kill, but Michaela Tanaka and Mariah Scott say not today. 21-20 Midi. Julia Devine has the dig. Tanaka the set, and Nicole Liddell the kill. 23-20 Monarchs. And Midi taking the first set home with this Tanaka bump. Skylar Savage set and Cameron Kaoli kill. 25-23, and we're heading to set 2. But again, MC starts off strong. Pease with the serve, and it lands in no man's land. But fast forward to set point for the Monarchs. Divine with the denial, and the Midi Monarchs are one set away from their 6th consecutive NorCal title. Marin Catholic up 5-4. Carrie Guestberger to Pease to Ramsey. Count it, but later on, the Monarchs up 23-20. Divine has the dig. Tanaka sets it across court to Liddell, and here comes match point. 24-20, the Midi gym is quiet. Divine the serve, and the place erupts. The Midi Monarchs are headed to the state championships. Seniors Liddell, Divine, Kaoli, and Tanaka hold their 4th NorCal championship trophy. Midi will face Mater Dei Friday night in Orange County.
The James Logan Colts getting ready for this D1 NorCal final against Sacred Heart Cathedral. The Fighting Irish with a nice start. Ashley Chan to Alden Stanley to Lauren Serra for the kill. Still in the first, Logan's Tatiana Taliafoa bunts it to Ruby Santos to Taumafa Tuinauvi, who gets the kill to take the lead 13-12. Logan takes the first as Abigail Viado gets low for the bump to Santos to Taliafoa, who rips it over into the hole. As the Irish take the second, 25-19, one set apiece now. Julia Viado to Santos again to Taliafoa, who sends it to the back corner, 8-6 Colts. Very next play, Megan Len to Stanley to Kennedy, who rips it home, and the Irish take the second. One set apiece now. Juliana Vado to Santos again to Taliafoa, who sends it to the back corner. Very next play, Megan Len to Stanley to Kennedy as the Irish inch a little bit closer, but Logan stays tough. Taliafoa finds Santos, who sets it to Taumafa to Amaivai for the monster kill, and Logan takes the third, now up 2-1. Into the fourth off the overpass, Sacred Heart Saupan Mavega rips it home. The Irish are up by 3, but Logan would come back to take the lead. It's Vado connecting with Santos for Tuinauvi, and let the celebration begin as the James Logan Colts are the D1 champs.
Synergy Environmental Solutions celebrate players who go all out for their team, just like Synergy goes all out for its customers.
Doing the dirty work this week is the defensive duo from Santa Clara. It's Joy Beltramo and Dante Candler coming in with the sack and double overtime. A huge play by Joey Beltramo and Dante Candler doing the dirty work. Just like Synergy Environmental Solutions. Remember, you can buy the entire game from the games we showed tonight on our show, either on DVD or we'll send it to you digitally. Go to CalHighSportsBayArea.com to order.
Be sure to follow us on social media at 49ers Cal High on Twitter and Instagram. And be sure to subscribe to our YouTube page. We'll let you know when new videos are ready to watch.
South County Chrysler Jeep Ram Dodge cares about our Bay Area young people.
So every week they'll present a driving tip to help our teens drive more safely. Here's this week's tip.
Hi, my name is Andre Fatehi. I go to Leland High School, and I'm here for this week's South County Chrysler driving tip. Compared to all other age groups, teens are the last likely to wear safety belts while driving or as a passenger. Safety belt technology has come a long way in recent years with overwhelming evidence wearing safety belts saves lives. Once you get in the habit of buckling up, it becomes second nature and just might save your life.
Coming up, our second block construction blockbuster game, it's the CCS battle with Live Oak meeting Half Moon Bay.
And later, St. Francis takes on Aragon as 49ers Cal High Sports Report rolls along.
The Rikus Center has long been a staple of the Bay Area sports community, offering flexible and adaptable training programs for all ages. Among their most advanced programs is Cornerstone, a training course that combines a group-style training session with one-on-one supervision to optimize the training of its most elite athletes. Beginning each session with a group-based training workout, Cornerstone offers the best of both worlds. Fluid dynamic sessions followed by routine, all the while being assisted by the center's certified coaches.
Hi, I'm Tom McGraw, and I have the privilege of serving as CEO of First National Bank of Northern California. It's also been a privilege to grow up and make my home in the beautiful Bay Area and play high school sports just like many of you. We're proud to support local businesses and homeowners, as well as the hardworking youth and student athletes in the Bay Area. Come in and meet us and see how community banking really makes a difference in building stronger neighborhoods. Come into a branch and say hi.
First National Bank,
the family bank. Black Friday has begun. We've got vehicles up to 35% off the MSRP at South County Chrysler. We are the #1 volume Pacifica hybrids dealer in the whole state. Looking for the best price and selection? We've got over 900 vehicles available. Go green and save green. It's Black Friday right now. We're spinning wheels and making all the deals at South County Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Fiat, and Gilroy. Drive a little, save a lot.
This Half Moon Bay football team has been together for many years, most of the team playing youth football together. Now, this veteran team has its sights set on a third section title in a row. The Cougars, the 1 seed in the Open 3 division.
That's right, and Half Moon Bay meeting a Live Oak team seeded 5th with a stellar offense and looking to upset the top-seeded Cougars. It's our Block Construction CCS Blockbuster game. Aubrey was there.
Blockbuster game, yeah.
Half Moon Bay, Live Oak, one of these teams will be in the championship game next week. Now, the Cougars, they have been in this position many times before.
They're going for their third section title.
But the Acorns are riding a hot streak coming into the game, having won 6 of their last 7. A huge part of their success has been quarterback Jonathan Singleton. He's racked up over 1,900 passing yards this season. But Half Moon Bay has a pretty good quarterback of their own in Gavin Tomberlin. Over the past 2 games, Tomberlin has completed nearly 70% of his passes, racking up 400 yards and 6 touchdowns. So this will be a good one. It's Half Moon Bay Live Oak in our Block Construction CCS Blockbuster game.
First drive of the game, Gavin Tomberlin connects with Dillian Williams. He's listed as a kicker. This guy is agile. He gets taken down at the 45. 2 minutes later, Hayden Von Allman receives it behind the line and a crucial block from Aaron Blaird, and he is gone. Half Moon Bay goes up by 6. Second quarter, same score. Tomberlin pitches it to Jake Kwasig. He gets the first down and then some. That would lead to a touchdown. Cougars up by 13. Then a turnover puts HMB in striking distance again. Chase Hoffman with the handoff. He breaks the plane. 20-0 Cougars. 5 minutes left until the half. Singleton throws it deep, and it lands in the hands of Cole Davis. An 80-yard pass for Singleton. That's pretty impressive. The score 20-17. Less than a minute left until the half. Remember that kicker I was telling you about? Well, check this out. Yeah, that's Williams at midfield, and I wouldn't show you it if it wasn't good. 49 yards. That's right, 49. Third quarter, Singleton fakes a handoff and throws deep. He finds Christian Guerri in stride. He uses his speed to escape a clan of Cougars. That's good for 6. 23-17, and the Acorns pull within 1 TD. On the next Half Moon Bay drive, Tomberlin looks like he's going to give it to Hoffman, but whoa, there Tomberlin is in the end zone. 29-17 HMB. Few minutes later, Chase Hoffman barely gets through a couple of Live Oak linemen, and he is a free ride all the way into the end zone. With that run, he gets to 1,000 rushing yards in his senior season. And following in his footsteps is his little brother, Tristan. Tristan is a freshman, and he sneaks his way into the corner of the end zone. Half Moon Bay would go on to win 52-14 and will play for their third section title. We talked to the HMB playmakers after the game.
It's amazing. You know, not a lot of people get this opportunity, and we're just so happy to be playing with my brothers. And this team is just such a tight-knit team, and we just love one another, and we play like that. A third ring would be great. I just want to go out, and it's great playing with everyone out here, and it's just a lot of fun.
The Harker School honors athletes who perform well in the classroom every week. This week's Scholar Athlete is the entire team. We salute the Jefferson football squad for 3 straight years of perfect academic eligibility. Jefferson with a great season on the field and in the classroom.
Brought to you by Harker School. This week, Harker congratulates its football team on its playoff victory last Friday, making this Harker's best football season ever. The team went on to play Hercules yesterday in a game we showed you earlier in the show. The team's march to victory helped by the opening of their training facilities in Harker's new athletic center. At Harker, preschool through 12th grade students discover their passions. Learn more at harker.org. Once again this season, Adobe brings us advice on how to use their software to make great highlight reels and team videos.
Here's this week's Adobe tip.
If you want to put yourself or your subject over your video, using a green screen is a great way to do it. You can buy a green screen in various shapes and sizes online. When you set it up, try and make sure the screen is perfectly smooth and well lit. Then make sure your subject is well lit also without putting shadows on the screen. Premiere Pro has a great tool called Ultra Key. This makes it easy to remove the green area, leaving only your subject over the background of your choice. Another way, the Adobe Creative Cloud makes it easy to create great videos. Coming up, St. Francis and Aragon in the Open D2 CCS semifinals.
And later, the Service by Medallion Play of the Week. You're watching the top high school sports show in the nation, 49ers Cal High Sports Report.
49ers Cal High Sports Report is brought to you by these fine companies who care about high school sports. By South County Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram. Drive a little, save a lot. By Club Sport at the Sportsplex. Live healthy. And by the Sereno Group. Here for good.
Hi, I'm Lucy Wiedemeyer, longtime real estate broker, and I'm teamed up with Keith Andry, my favorite son-in-law. Many of you remember Charlie Wiedemeyer, my husband. We both support high school sports.
Hi, John Failer out of Saratoga and Santa Clara. I am very proud to support Northern California Bay Area high school sports.
Back at Levi's Stadium with action from the CCS Open Division II bracket, the St. Francis Lancers are the third seed coming into this game, finishing second in league and losing in this semifinal game last season.
The Aragon Dons are the second seed and the only non-West Catholic League team still alive in this bracket. The Dons are 10-1, also finishing second in league, and we're looking for a chance to play for a section title as they battled the Lancers Friday night.
The St. Francis Lancers marching onto the field to take on the Aragon Dons. It's all St. Francis for now. Quarterback Reed Vettel hands it to Daryl Page, who runs it down the middle for the first touchdown of the night. This time it'll be Vettel with the pass. He finds Momo Wilmer, who brings it to the house for a touchdown. The Lancers go up by 14. But the Lancers are going to get this one done on defense too. The Dons throw a deep one over the middle. It's deflected, and Momo picks it off, and believe it or not, he's going to go all the way into the end zone. Look at him go. By the time he's done with this, it's going to be an 80-yard pick six. The Lancers go up 21-0. Finally, in the second quarter now, and it's more Lancers. Vettel connecting with Joshua Picola for a 40-yard touchdown, and that closes the half. Third quarter now, a quick play here. Vettel to Nicholas Robinson, who jumps over the dog pile into the end zone. 35-0 St. Francis. Another amazing play. Dons trying to link up. The ball bounces 1, 2, 3 times into the hands of Evan Williams this time, and he dashes home for a 62-yard pick six. The Dons getting into the end zone late with this touchdown run by Cameron Grant, but not early enough as the Lancers advance with a 42-7 victory into next week's Open D2 final.
The Menlo Knights are having a fine season on the football field.
The Knights meeting with 99.7 Now Strawberry to talk about it at the Rikus Center earlier this week.
Hey, we're at the Rikus Center in Menlo Park, the premier training facility on the peninsula where goals are achieved. Right now, you're looking at some of the defending league champs. These are the Menlo Knights football team right here. Some of them. So at CCS playoff times, Bailey, tell me about the Jefferson game you guys just had.
Well, yeah, we were coming off of a couple tough losses, so we made an effort over the weekend to reset, bounce back. We watched some film as a team together, had an outstanding week of practice, and I think it really showed on Saturday. Defensively, we got after it early. Defensive coordinator Todd Smith gave us an outstanding game plan, made a couple big plays early, got a lead, and offensively we controlled the ball from there and just had an outstanding performance as a whole.
Yeah, you guys made sure you won that game, no doubt, right?
Definitely, yeah.
No doubt. Aiden over here, let's talk about the upcoming game with Scotts Valley. A little bit of a history with you guys, right?
Yeah, last time we played them, they knocked us out in the playoffs. That was 2 years ago, and we're coming for revenge, grudge match.
All right, let's work it over here to David. First time in, I think, 18 years that Menlo has the outright league title. Tell me about this team.
Yeah, it obviously meant a lot to us to get that league title. Last year we shared with Half Moon Bay, who's doing really well right now. But our whole defense is returning except for 2 guys. So we had a ton of juniors on defense last year starting. This year, we're looking to win CCS for the first time in Menlo history. That would be huge for us. Obviously, we've been looking up to guys like Jack Marin, Evan King, Colin Johnson, all those guys since we were kids, Danny DeKroger. And so, the history of our program means a lot to us. And, that would just obviously be huge to get that CCS title.
This team is focused then, huh?
Yeah.
Man, and they've been here before. Playoffs is nothing new to them, but good luck with the rest of the season. Pass my good luck on to the rest of the guys. My name is Strawberry from 99.7 Now. Check me out every night starting at 7. These are the Knights of Menlo High. Take it away, fellas.
Teamers on the Teamers! DG presents the Be Happy play each week. This was a play in a game this week that made everybody happy.
This week's Be Happy play is the Lincoln Lions celebrating their 20th straight Big Bone victory. A Thanksgiving Day tradition. The Bone stays home for the Lincoln Lions, and that makes them pretty happy. Go to DGDG.com to find out how you can be a happy car buyer.
Coming up, it's the Service by Medallion Play of the Week. It might be this play, but maybe not.
But first, here's this week's training tip from our good friends at the Recca Center.
Hey there, my name is Coach Lex from the Recca Center, and today's training tip is the lateral lunge. Great for lower body strength, glute activation, and knee stability. You're going to have your athlete go ahead and start from standing. You're going to step out to the side wider than your shoulder, sit back onto your hip. We're looking for alignment between your knee and your heel. Go ahead, step back together. Step out again. We're pushing, activating from our heel, chest up. Go ahead, step together. You can do this for 8 to 10 reps, and then repeat on the other side. To progress this exercise, you can either do a hang or a goblet with a med ball or a weight.
The winner of the Service by Medallion Play of the Week gets a hat, a backpack, and an invitation to our end of the season awards banquet right here at Levi Stadium on May 21st.
Yeah, May 21st, date is set. We'll show you some really good contenders and then award this week's Play of the Week.
Play of the Week. Can we give a kicker some love? This is Dylan Williams from Half Moon Bay with a 49-yard field goal. Maurice Wilmer for St. Francis. Look at the catch by Momo, a one-handed interception. He's going to go 80 yards. It's only an hour show, Momo. Let's do it. Momo in with a pick 6. Lucas Allen for Campolindo with a diving touchdown catch. A great play there. Here's Leland's Kyle Anderson. Kyle busted up the middle. He's going to break 2 tackles here. Now watch what he does at the 40-yard line. Whoop! Beats 2 defenders there, and he's got an 81-yard touchdown run for Kyle. But the play of the week has to go to Zane Hinojosa, who's breaking tackles here, running over people. He stumbles, he's crushed there, stays on his feet, breaks one more tackle, in for the touchdown. Liberty, Zane Hinojosa with an incredible touchdown run for the play of the week. That's the play of the week, and that's our 49ers Cal High Sports Report for this week. Thanks for watching. I'm Robert Braunstein.
And I'm Aubrey Tolliver. Be sure to join us next week for the story of the Santa Clara football player and his invention to help the blind. We will see you then.